What's up, everyone? This is FP Sticks bringing you some more Timeless Cup practice battles. Before we get started here, let me know what you think about my new intro that I made there. I'm pretty much a noob with like Photoshop and video editing, so just trying some fun new stuff out. Let me know what you think. These battles are against my friend LA718 here. You can see our teams up on the screen. I'm still rolling with Whiscash and MUK in this video, pretty much just to continue to try them out. I do think Whiscash is a very good Pokemon for this Timeless Cup. Not still totally sold on MUK, and my particular MUK, even though it's a rank 1, it has amazing PvP IVs, I think it actually misses a crucial break point in its poison jab damage, which causes me to lose the Dragonair matchup as well as the Lapras matchup, which is very interesting. So not super good there. You can see right now I have my Whiscash against his Snowy Castform. Not the best matchup for Whiscash because those ice attacks are going to be neutral, and Snowy Castform can get to those weather balls insanely fast. I bring in my Lapras, but because MUK has access to Thunder Punch, I just switch into my own MUK to try to mirror with this. I'm running Thunder Punch and Dark Pulse on my MUK, which I believe is the preferred moveset for this Timeless Cup. The interesting thing is that neither of these moves get stab damage, so you're pretty much just like providing a lot of coverage. That Thunder Punch is really nice to hit the water types for super effective, especially against like Lapras and Celio, which you see on a lot of people's teams. So kind of nice there. At this point I still have 2 shields, so I'm going to commit one here and shield up that Thunder Punch. But he has banked up enough energy that he's going to be able to get to another charge attack there. Debatable on whether or not I could have committed that shield because I had enough energy stored up, but I just let it go, and I'm going to hope that my Lapras can do enough work here. Lapras does double resist all of Snowy Castform's moves, so this is a very safe option for me. Gonna farm up a little bit more energy here. Again, these weather balls are not threatening at all. And Castform's heavier hitting move is Blizzard, which even then it's still gonna be double resisted, so not super threatening at all. Continuing to farm up here, and I'm just going to commit to totally fast moving down that Castform. I know he still has that MUK, but I'm up a shield here, and I'm just going straight for the Skull Bash. Even though Surf is the more energy efficient move there, I knew it was just going to finish off the MUK, so I just went straight for the Skull Bash. So I end up taking that match. Whiscash is a great option against the poison types like Skuntank and Drapion and MUK. But you do have to watch out for the grass types are absolutely going to shred you. And even this matchup right here, this Rainy Castform, is going to be doing a lot of damage to me with that Water Gun and the Weather Ball damage. Rainy Castform always also gets access to Thunder, but it takes a long time to charge that thing up. So it's pretty nice to use against like other water types. Not Whiscash though, because of its ground typing, it is going to resist Thunder. So Weather Ball is definitely the way to go here. You can see my Mud Bombs are doing a decent amount of damage. I already committed a shield though. He switches in Meganium, so I need to get out of there super fast. I bring in my Blaziken, but because I am down a shield, this is not the best situation here. He ends up baiting me with Frenzy Plant. Blaziken definitely cannot survive an Earthquake, so I committed my shield there. This is a scenario where when you are in a shield deficit, Blaziken does not have near as much swag as he normally does. You absolutely need shields with Blaziken. There's the Earthquake, and Blaziken absolutely goes down. I'm in a very bad position right here. Both Lapras and Whiscash are weak to Meganium, and I am out of shields. I have some energy built up in my Whiscash, so I'm trying to burn that last shield. And he actually ends up switching into Rainy Castform, which I'm totally okay with, because now my Lapras is going to be able to come in and farm up some energy. I know the Meganium is very low. If it has a Frenzy plant stored up, this is very bad. It's going to do a lot of damage. I know this isn't going to be a Thunder from this cast form. So I was able to farm up some extra energy there. He still has a shield left, so not super good. I'm hoping that my Ice Shard damage is going to be enough to take out that Meganium when it comes back in. But here's the Snowy cast form. Man, LA718, we should call him the cast form king, because he loves rolling with cast forms. I land the Skull Bash there, which puts me in an even better situation there, and I'm able to Ice Shard down the Meganium. So now I turned this horrible scenario into a positive scenario for myself, and I'm actually going to end up being able to take this match. Farmed up a bunch of energy here, just going for the Surf. Doesn't really matter what I throw here because I'm double resisting, plus a defense boost, so Lapras is just a monster at this point. And I'm able to take out that cast form. That Meganium was probably dangerously close to getting off a Frenzy Plant, and that would have been very bad news for me, but I was able to take out that victory. Not super sold on MUK. Let me know in the comments if you've been having more success with it than I have, but these next couple matches are against my friend Foosnail. Kyle is one of the coordinators of our big Colorado mega tournament that we have every month. Me, him, and some other people help organize a big mega tournament here in Colorado, trying to get to a good number of rounds so we can always have a good showing, and it's always a lot of fun. We have Whiscash against Lapras here. I am up a shield, so this is okay. However, wow, he goes straight for the Skull Bash, and I did not shield it. So big misplay on my part, but I know he dumped all that energy, so I bring in my Blaziken. But here is a very good counter to Blaziken. He has that Venomoth. I go straight for the Blaze Kick. Now, a Blaze Kick would not one-shot a Venomoth. It does about 80% damage, but it does threaten the shields, and I was able to get both shields down there. But this Venomoth has a lot of energy. I'm going to have to start committing shields here. The Silver Wind would really hurt, but it only ends up being a Poison Fang. I'm assuming that this might be another Poison Fang, so I let it go through. Venomoth has a surprisingly decent matchup against Dragonair. Confusion is such a heavy-hitting move. It's not very tanky, though. Venomoth is not very tanky. You can see the Aqua Tail did a lot of work there. This is a boosted Lapras that is putting in some work against my Dragonair. I commit a shield here because I want to get to this return. I am able to get to it, but I don't know if this is going to be able to take out this boosted Lapras. It barely is enough to take it out. He has a Dragonair in the back, and I have my Whiscash. I'm one fast move off from being able to get to that Blizzard. Crazy close there, but he's able to take that match. It's a very good game there. Again, just kind of trying out some of these new Pokemon. I don't think I'm going to be running MUK, and I also don't think I'm going to be running Whiscash, at least in this tournament that I have this coming weekend. Most likely going to be sticking with my standard line of 6. But I like to use different mons, especially to get some fun new content for you guys to be able to see and kind of see how these matchups play out. Now, this is one of the matchups that I mentioned earlier on in the video. Because of my particular PvP IV spread in this MUK, I'm not able to win this matchup. And after I went on PvPoke, I kind of noticed that I think I should just go straight Thunder Punch here. Still charge up to the Dark Pulse, but then just go straight Thunder Punch. It doesn't really matter because in no scenario with my particular IV spread on my MUK am I going to win that Dragonair matchup. Which I believe if you just set like default stats on PvPoke, MUK has a surprisingly alright matchup against Dragonair, but I have a rank 1 MUK, and for some reason it has a worse matchup against Dragonair, and I think it's because I'm missing some sort of important attack breakpoint on my Poison Jab damage or something like that. But We have my Dragonair against his Victory Bell. This is very good for me. Even though those Razor Leafs do chunk away, I'm able to just totally farm that down. And I have energy to throw at this Venomoth. I do go for the Aqua Tail here, which is the more energy efficient move. You really only want that return damage for the mirror match, or if you are against the water or ice types like Lapras and Celio, which are some of the most popular counters against Dragonair. I'm not able to win that matchup either there. I was so close to a Skull Bash. I possibly should have just gone straight for 2 Surfs there because I had so much energy banked up, but that's all right. Learning from these matchups, I learned that I suck with MUK. That is the theme of this video. I am not good with MUK at all, but I like to give it a try just to see how the matchups play out. This is a very interesting matchup as well. If you're the Whiscash, you obviously should charge up to the Blizzard to try to get them to commit shields. Blizzard would definitely one-shot Dragonair. Going for the bait here, going for the Mud Bomb. And he lets it go through. It's very smart on his part not taking the bait, but I'm just going to go for another Mud Bomb here to put on some shield pressure. I do take neutral damage from Dragonair's Aqua Tails because of my ground typing is weak to water, and my water typing obviously resists water. I'm able to farm it down with mud shots there. In comes Victory Bell. Holy cow, I'm going to get instantly deleted here, but that's okay with me. That Mud Bomb does a surprising amount of damage, about like a third of Victory Bell's health, so not bad at all. I am down a shield here, and again, if you're in a shield deficit, Blaziken does not perform near as well. I'm trying to fully commit to just farming down this Victory Bell. I don't commit a shield here, it's only Leaf Blade. I am able to get it down, but now he has 2 shields, but he only has 1 Pokemon left. So I'm going to put on some shield pressure here with my Dragonair. Hopefully going to be able to throw 2 Aqua Tails. And I am able to get to that second Aqua Tail. Confusion, because it is a 4-turn move, it takes so long for that damage to register, which allowed me to get to that Aqua Tail. Even though the confusion was taking place, that damage did not register until after I threw the charge move. Here's an interesting scenario right here. I do have to shield this. It ends up being a Silver Wind, which actually Poison Fang is the better move if you're the Venomoth, because Blaziken is going to resist that bug damage. I'm able to land the Blaze Kick and actually take out that Venomoth. So even though it's not a super good matchup for Blaziken, if you get the shield or energy advantage in that scenario, you're going to be able to take out that Venomoth with your fire type charge moves. So going into another game here, we have a Dragonair mirror match. Now check this out. I did a lot of team Go Rocket battles to get a decent IV spread on my Purified Dragonair. So I'm not going to commit to a charge move. I just want to see if I can win that mirror match just purely based off Dragon Breath. And I'm able to get it there. My IV spread on my Dragonair allowed me to win that matchup, which is really good because now I'm up a shield and I won switch advantage. So I'm able to bring in Blaziken here. It's a decent counter to Victory Bell. I have to get out of there instantly, though, when he brings in that Venomoth, and I bring in my Lapras here. If this is a Silver Wind, it's going to hurt a lot. He baits me with Poison Fang. Good move on his part. Just going straight for the Surf here. In one of my previous videos, I made the mistake when shields were down. I'm like, I'm just going to go for the Skull Bash and try to finish it off, but it was less energy efficient, and it actually costed me that match. So I know just go straight Surfs here. That Venomoth is just ripping off Poison Fangs. I have charged a lot of energy at this point, so I do commit a shield. And I thought about farming down that Venomoth, but I don't think I would have been able to take it out. That confusion damage was really adding up. I go straight for the Surf here because I know those Razor Leafs are going to take me out before I'm going to be able to get to that Skull Bash. And I still have Blaziken with energy stored up. So this Blaze Kick is going to be able to take out that Victory Bell, which is good for me. Ends up taking that match, which is really good. Looking at his team there, MUK would do okay against Lapras. That Politoed, you need to watch out for the Earthquake. It does good against the Victory Bell, but Victory Bell is only going to be taking neutral damage from those poison type moves. So here's a matchup right here. MUK against Lapras. These Thunder Punches are going to be really nice. But again, I looked into the PvP simulations after I did these battles, and my MUK is not even able to take out this matchup either, which is very interesting. It's just very unfortunate. Venomoth is a very good counter to MUK because you can totally just farm it down with those confusions. But in this particular matchup, MUK against Lapras, I'm just going straight Thunder Punch. And I am able to win that scenario in the 0 shields. Very interesting there. So I guess that's one scenario there. If no one commits shields and you just go straight Thunder Punch, you're able to take that out. Maybe I misread that PvP simulation because I definitely thought that I had a worse matchup there. But I end up taking it out, which is really great. So I won the switch advantage, and now my Dragonair is matched up against this Venomoth. We've seen this matchup before. I need to double check the simulations there, but it actually might be smart to just go straight Poison Fang if you're the Venomoth. Your confusion damage definitely adds up, and Dragonair is not tanky at all. He brings in his Victory Bell, which is not a very good answer to Dragonair. Dragonair does good against Venomoth and this Victory Bell, so it's really coming through clutch for me here. Absolutely just shredding that Venomoth. And I have a full health Lapras with 2 shields in the back, so there's no way that that Venomoth is going to be taking that out. Good match there. A bunch of the people that I've been practicing against have started altering their teams slightly to keep Blaziken in check a little bit more. Venomoth is a very good counter to Blaziken, so is Politoed. I've gone against some people that are now running Haunter as well, which really keep Blaziken in check. But from what I've seen, stats-wise, as far as what everyone has been using in the Timeless Cup so far, a lot of people are still rolling with double ice, and Blaziken does not have a very high use rate. I'm still going to keep him in my team as 6 though, because of how popular that double ice strat is. So I definitely like keeping him on my team. We have a Lapras mirror match going on here. If you haven't already noticed, it takes a million years to finish these things, but I'm just trying to get to my Skull Bash first to get my defense boosted. Somewhat debatable on whether or not you should bait in that scenario. I'm trying to get out of there with that Victory Bell, but I fail the switch like 3 times in a row, and it absolutely is horrible for me. This Victory Bell is able to build up a lot of energy, go straight for the Leaf Blade. I know I'm going to be able to resist it. I fully commit to farming down that Victory Bell with my Dragon Breath. I'm anticipating the Lapras to come back. It does. It's been boosted by a Skull Bash, but I'm just going to go straight return. Shields are down here. No sense in trying to bait anything. It's going to be able to farm up so much energy with its Ice Shard. And I possibly could have gone for a return there, but I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to get a charge move off, so I just went for Aqua Tail. Now, because this Lapras has so much energy, I'm going to bring in my own Lapras to try to get him to dump his energy so I feel safer bringing my Blaziken in. That's my thought process right here. I do commit a shield because I anticipated that being Skull Bash, but now I know he dumped a lot of energy. So I bring in Blaziken to get a couple counters off. This Surf is not going to one-shot me, but almost does. I do resist the Ice Shard. I'm barely able to survive, and I have just the perfect enough energy to throw a Blaze Kick on this Venomoth. So you'll see how much damage this does. Does about 75-80% damage to a full health Venomoth, and my Lapras is still alive with enough energy to throw this Surf, so that's going to take that match. Very good games there. Let me know what you think about MUK and Whiscash. Let me know what you thought about my new intro. Kind of fun making that thing. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.